that you didn't before practice started?
Well, just how competitive they are, and I think there's a nice blend of being competitive, and also they're mature young men. They also know how to be really good teammates to one another as well. So they're a mature group. So it's fun to be in that room, and very fortunate to coach those young men.
Anything surprised you so far about them?
No, sir. We're just in day 2, so there's going to be things that probably come down the road that we'll take a look at and be more critical of, but nothing surprising, so to speak.
So far, Justin's taken the first reps. What should people read into that, if anything?
We're going to mix the reps up. All the quarterbacks will rotate through. It's too early on right now to get into any of that. Those guys will get their fair share of reps, and we'll create some competition.
Is he a guy that kind of has the it factor that you see in a major 5-star recruit?
That it factor thing, I surely think it's there. I think, all of our quarterbacks have certain traits that make them special, and after 2 practices, what is that it? I think we need more time to start high praise on any of them, and over evaluating on just a small sample size.
As a coach, is it nice having a young group of quarterbacks, coach, that you can help mold, and a talented group? I mean, obviously I'm sure you'd prefer to have a guy that's a Heisman Trophy winner coming back or something like that, but is it nice having a young group of talented guys like this?
It's kind of a fresh start for Justin and I. Matt and Chug have been in the system longer, so it's still a lot of youth. There's a lot of inexperience there, and it's neither good nor bad. It's just what it is. If you have an older guy in the room, sometimes that helps with experience and just learning the ropes, but it's neither good nor bad. It's just what it is.
A lot of people on the outside have assumed that Justin Fields is going to be the starter, but Coach Day shot that down. He said it's going to be a battle. Just if you could speak more about that, about the battle to be the starting quarterback.
Well, anytime you're able to create competition, it raises the level of play, and I think it simply is simple as that. We're just trying to create competition and rise the level of performance, and as the saying goes, iron sharpens iron.
Mike, what's the most important thing a quarterback has to show you? Obviously, leadership is part of it, but what is it he has to do to step us away from the other 3 this spring?
Well, I think the big thing that you're looking for is leadership. That's a really big focus. How the team responds to that individual, their presence, their leadership, being able to be vocal at times. And then it's really performance, it's productivity, is that's what you're looking at. You also have to secure the football, and along those lines, there's a lot of things that factor into it. A lot of things like knowing pass protections, knowing when to get in and out of plays, knowing when to throw the ball away. All of those things that encompass good, sound football and helping your team win football games. All of those things factor into it.
Can a guy truly be the leader though until he's the guy? Is it tough for a guy who's competing for a job to also show leadership when the other guy's trying to do the exact same thing? If you follow my drift there, until you're sort of ordained as the guy.
I think there's different levels of it, and I certainly think that playing and being the guy and being a proven productive player carries a lot of street credit. There's no question about it. But at the same time, you still can be a good leader. The backup quarterback can be a very good leader. The 3rd-string quarterback can be a very good leader. How they work in the weight room, how they handle their academics, how they handle their social life, all of those things fall into leadership. So it doesn't limit you, so to speak, in what you can be and how big of a leader you can be. You can coach up younger guys, more inexperienced guys. All of those things are strong leadership qualities that we look for.
Mike, without giving out too much away, what are you guys really tweaking this spring as far as the offense? As you mentioned last month, you guys don't really need to reinvent the wheel, but what are some tweaks you guys are making?
Even if we were tweaking, even if there were some nuances, I really wouldn't lead on to that, because it's an irrelevant kind of topic that really doesn't help us win football games. So the basics of this offense, springtime is a great time to get back to the fundamentals of your offense, your base concepts, and those are the concepts that we're focusing on.
Hey Mike, there's been a lot of transition here. Head coach, one of the most productive quarterbacks in program history.